Here.
Galvan. McCoy.
Here.
Sharif.
Here.
Mayor Brown.
Here. We will now proceed forward with public comments on agenda and non-agenda matters. Ms. Havina Nunez. Reverend Al Sanders is no longer here. Mr. David Irons.
David Irons, resident of Compton. I draw floor plans. I know you know that. I've said it over and over again. But that monument, I believe Zarita knows the guy that drew that monument, because architects don't throw away their plans. So why don't you contact the guy to get his paperwork, documentation, to let you read it instead of let somebody else take over, do it. That monument has a lot of symbols. Well, I don't even have time to tell you, but the obelisk, that's Washington Monument. That comes from Africa. The Liberty Bell, all these are symbols of, because architects draw, all right? So they call the United States the Golden Eagle. And they call Russia the bear. And the lion is the Lion of Judah, which is Ethiopian. So all of these are symbols of Africa that a lot of people don't know. So I believe that you should call the guy that drew the plans instead of giving somebody else some money to redraw the plans, bring it back to what it was. That's like remodeling a house. I'm not remodeling a house, not changing it, but painting it. So if you understand about the Ethiopian culture, which is Rastafarian, they never was conquered by anybody. They used to call all of Africa Ethiopia. I'm talking about history books, not I'm just talking about history books. I like to read, so I'm a reader. But that Lion of Judah is very important. Nobody messed with the Lion of Judah. Wait, before I get ran off,
Thank you, Mr.
I always talk, and everybody get to talk loud.
And I'll let you finish your thought as well, Mr. Irons. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Holyfield?
I'd like to say that I want to thank the council, I want to thank the mayor concerning this homeless situation. A number of years ago, I'm going to be brief. A number of years ago, my wife and I ran a homeless program for a number of years in the city on Compton Boulevard. And then we were suggesting that we have a program, a committee, a commission, or something to deal with it. And the city didn't do it. Now what we need to do is have a commission or something. We can take care of it. And the council can't take care of all these issues. It's called We the People. The next thing, we need to promote from the inside out. The code people need to be promoted. Your top code people should be promoted from the inside. And we need to add more code people. It's proven that it's cost effective. And another thing, we need a report. We're business people. We need a report on our money from the treasurer. If he can't do it, then perhaps he shouldn't sit up there. And I love him, so don't misunderstand me. But we need to know the balance of our money. You can't operate if you don't know what you have to operate with. You have the controller to do it, the city treasurer to do it, or forget about it. All this other stuff got to be cut out. And the next thing, those blue bathroom places is right over here, the dollar hide interest, hide them as of tomorrow. in Attorney Blair's office, across from, right next to that car wash. Somebody put clothes all on that fence, First District, and wrote graffiti on the man's building. So each district, each councilperson's district, patrol it in the morning or get someone to do it every day and remove this ghetto look. We have a moratorium on this ghetto look on our main street. Why can't we do this thing? Why do we keep wasting time? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holyfield. Ms. Boone? Oh, Ms. Charlie, I'll call you next, ma'am.
Lynn Boone, City of Compton. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Councilperson 3, 4, 2, I know is not here, and 1. You know, we need to stop this nonsense. Just let it go. When you get these kind of calls that, you know, it's going to stir up this trouble, just let it go. Don't even answer them. Just let it go. It should be city business and city business only. Because you see, we get up here in front of the people and spread this mess around. This is ridiculous. This is worse than a kid. I'm going to tell you, yes, I'm one of the ones out there marching, and I'm going to continue. There's a number, 310-994-5318, if you want to sign. This city manager, he lied 2 weeks ago, and he's lying again tonight by saying that there's no cost. There's a cost to maintain that building, and there's a cost to have the lights on there. Plus, there's computers there. A satellite building is a building that you have, if you're an elected official, where you are attending to the citizens because they cannot get to you. You can't get in that door over there. She's filming over there. It's just odd that 1 week I say about insurance, and the next week insurance is on the agenda. Something's wrong here. Something's very wrong. It is costing the people. People, we are in over a $40 million deficit. Sure, this deficit came before this administration was here. But now that this administration is here, this administration, this one, right here, has caused a $6.4 million deficit. And a lot of it was Miss Brown's travel, Miss Brown's hair, Miss Brown's makeup, Miss Brown's filming, and her career. And I have the invoices to prove it. Thank you.
Please bring them forward, please, Ms. Boone. Thank you. Thank you. Please do. I'm looking forward to them. Hair and makeup. Miss London, please come forward. My invitation still stands.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. I just need to clarify something, please. Number one, it's about the stand down. I've worked for the VA for 40 years. I've retired, and I've worked for the Veterans Affairs, and I'm still a consultant for them. And it was stated that they have requested items from us. Each time that I have the stand down, when we come up and we thank you for it, we give you a count of how many people we fed, how many people stayed overnight, how many children we had, and et cetera. This is something that I do every year, and I have to give a count to Washington, D.C. 7 days after the stand down. So what I'm saying, I have not, and I have never received any money from the Compton Chamber, from the City Hall here, but I have in-kind donations of you guys letting me use the building and et cetera. Now, and I've never asked for anything, but please, I did not and have not received a letter from anyone asking me for any information at all. They have never asked me for it, and no one has never sent me anything. And if anyone sent anything out, they did not send it to me. And I am requesting, if you sent this out, please give it to me again so we can stop this erroneous information. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Linden. Oh, Ms. Kelly? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. It does not matter How many people demonstrate? As you know, I've demonstrated by myself, 5 or 6, and yes, I'm old, and no, I'm not going after any young women, period. No. You have to flush the toilet over there. That's water. That's using water. You need gas. But you know, Asia, I had filmed you making a movie in that building. So tell the truth. You're not using that building just because someone did not want a person in that building. Because you could have gone downstairs. You could have gone somewhere else. You could have just ignored it. I've been on a job and I was discriminated against. Many people are on jobs and things happen. You don't just run away, move away, and cause the city more money. I want to announce too that next Wednesday, since we won't be here, next Wednesday is the National Annual Senior Health and Fitness Day. I think it's about the 25th year that Compton has celebrated it. It's over at the Dollar High Center, and it starts at 9 a.m. And I hope the seniors come out because there are many benefits and information that you could get. Thank you. Stop your lying, and good night.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Madam City Clerk?
We're now at General Counsel reports.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Mr. City Attorney?
Yes, thank you. Tonight we have a closed session request. It's conference with real property negotiator. Property negotiations. It deals with 2000 West Compton Boulevard, negotiating parties, executive secretary, assistant city manager, and Michael Wexler, president, Jamie Brooks, broker representatives, CBRE. Under negotiations are price and terms, pursuant to California Government Code Section 54956.8.
So moved. Second. Discussion? Roll call?
Councilperson Zarita.
Yes.
Galvan. McCoy.
Yes.
Sharif.
Yes.
Mayor Brown.
Yes.
We are now at new business. Item number 2 is a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Successor Agency to the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Compton, rescinding any and all prior resolutions concerning authorized signatures on certain accounts and authorizing certain persons as authorized signatories on the same accounts.
So moved. Second. Discussion? And just for the members of the public, Mr. City Manager, could you just describe this item and the connectivity to the previous item on the council?
Yes, ma'am.
agenda?
This item is connected to the one on the council agenda for signatory. It allows the new deputy controller as well as the new accountant one. Wanda F. Davis is the deputy controller and Joyce Logan is the accountant one. And Rafaela T. King is also the city controller, and those signatories are required to do city business.
Thank you very much, sir. Any discussion? Roll call?
Councilperson Zarita.
No.
McCoy.
Yes.
Sharif.
Yes.
Mayor Brown.
Yes.
We are now director's comments.
Director Zarita?
There's Fifth Tuesday next week, so there's no council meeting. See you all next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Director McCoy?
Yes, ma'am. Add to the adjournment list, Gertie V. White. And she's the mother of Community Relations Commissioner Harriet White. And her services will be on Saturday, June 2nd at 11 a.m. Emmanuel Baptist Church, 506 East Laurel Street, Compton. And that's the mother of Commissioner Harriet White, Gertie V. White.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Director Sharif?
No comments.
Thank you. May we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilperson Zarita. Galvan. McCoy.
Yes.
Sharif.
Yes.
Mayor Brown.
Yes. We will now recess to closed session. Thank you all. Good night.